First up here on the docket, I do believe that we watched a little movie that most of you may not have heard of. It's a little something called Spiderwick Chronicles, okay? It was kind of a big deal when it came out.
Mm-hmm. And do you know why it was a big deal, Nico?
It's based on a book.
Not just that. It was the first movie I ever saw with blood in it.
Holy shit!
Wow. Why do you know that?
That's how big of an impression it left on me, I guess.
I see.
Honestly, maybe me too. I can't really tell you exactly, though. Like, I was fucking shocked when they had blood in this movie. I was not expecting it at all.
Yeah, like, surprisingly gory with, like, the fucking slash marks and stuff in some of the scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also the way the goblins fucking dissolve.
Oh, yeah.
Reminds me of that giant fucking porn.
Yeah, exactly.
A 2008 film. I'm pretty sure I saw it in theaters too, so I would have been like 9.
I guess if it was like that late, I had probably, like, in passing seen movies like fucking Jaws or some bullshit that had blood in it. But like a movie I actually sat down and watched, then yeah. Well, actually, hang on a second here, Tanner. Finding Nemo has blood in it.
I mean, like, real fake blood.
On a real life human being, not a fish.
What is this movie even rated?
I'm pretty sure it's rated R.
Why is that? I don't think that's true. Why is that just not readily available information on here?
I don't know.
I'm on IMDb. Why do they not have the rating, like, right there in the front page? Oh, there it is. Oh, it's PG.
Holy shit.
So yeah, I definitely saw this in theaters.
Yeah. So anyway, Jackson, you chose this movie. Why don't you tell us a little bit about her?
Oh gosh, so, like, the plot synopsis?
Just anything, man. Just tell us about it.
Whatever you want to tell us about it.
Yeah, I picked this movie originally because I had read all of the books previously, and I really just wanted to see the movie. I don't think I've ever actually seen this movie after watching it. I've only read the books. I also don't remember anything about the books either, so that didn't help anything. It was basically just like one scene that I wanted to see, and it wasn't it. It wasn't in the movie. I also don't know if that scene was even in the books at this point. I'm kind of tempted to go and read like the first book again just to make sure that I'm not fucking crazy.
What scene was it?
It's like the kids, they get into their new house, and there's like some like room in the attic where there's like chocolates hidden around. They have to like solve puzzles to help them kind of like learn more about stuff. Which I think was how they found the book and like the secret room in the actual book and not the movie. In the movie, they just fucking start poking a wall because there's some fucking thing running around it, and then they break a hole in like a dumbwaiter, in which they go up into the secret room from there, and then that's when everything starts happening. But yeah, basically, family moves out from New York into the countryside because they're fucking poor, because like their house was like given to them for free. Kid finds that aforementioned book in the attic. It unleashes great danger upon them because they take it outside and some fucking goblins that are outside want it because they'll like rule the world or something if they get their hands on it. One of these fucking brothers gets taken. That's how he learns about the big bad guys. And then hilarity ensues, frankly.
Hilarity, including, fun fact for you guys, Redcap, the Redcap Goblin in this film, is voiced by Robin Williams.
Redcap?
Yeah.
The one with the hat, the pirate hat.
Yeah.
I called him Pirate Goblin the whole time.
He's a Redcap, which is it's a very common sort of like trait for goblins to have in mythology, you know?
Did we actually have Robin Williams in every single fucking movie we watched this week?
No. But it would have been funny if he was in this movie.
I was gonna say there's no way that's true. It did take
I was
me, like,
kind of hoping that
was
somehow true.
Yeah, but yeah, there's like a big battle at the end when like the goblins get a piece of the page and they go and have like the power to invade like the seal around the house, and then the fucking
pretty
bad guy,
lucky of them to get that specific page.
Yeah, right? How convenient for them, frankly.
Also, why did Spiderwick write that information down?
Because he was writing everything down, man. It's the tome of forbidden knowledge.
I guess, but he's like, here's how you specifically defeat this protective circle I made.
Yeah, exactly. There's the only way. I mean, his instructions were to never let the book leave the house, so if it never left the house, then I guess it's not a big deal. I don't know why you'd need that knowledge, though. Like, why would you ever want to go out of your way to remove the protective barrier around the house?
I guess if you want to let more creepy croblins in.
Yeah, I guess so. Speaking of the creepy croblins, I actually really like the monster designs in these movies. The CG was okay for its time, but I liked that the monsters weren't just like super derivative of what you'd expect like a goblin or whatever the fuck to be. They're all like pretty unique, and I appreciated that a lot.
Yeah, very amphibious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like little froggies. I just want one as a pet.
Now, getting into the villains, by the way, what do you guys think of the main threat here? The Ogre-Steen, as they call him.
I don't think they build him up very well. They really allude to him being like super powerful and having like, if he gets this knowledge, he's gonna fucking really mess shit up. But we don't really know how he do this or like any examples, so I didn't really feel like any sense of urgency about any of this at all.
Yeah, like why does he need the book? What does that do for him?
Yeah, what in the book specifically helps him?
Yeah, the implication is just that, like the same way that the book says, oh, tomato paste can fucking dissolve goblins, I guess he just has written down these like various poisons and weaknesses that every creature has.
Yeah, he's gonna poison the well for us.
Yeah, but like the ogre seems fairly capable of just killing everything himself without needing like special weaknesses for anything.
Yeah.
I mean, he got trumped by children, in fairness. Also, like they have like these plans of like taking over tons of stuff. They have like barely any goblins at all. Like their army is pitifully small. There's like a replication bullshit in there somewhere that makes them so they're not just going to get fucking wiped out by a single cruise missile. Who knows?
Well, they'd be invisible to the humans is the one advantage they get there.
Yeah, they're like invisible to humans, so why have they not like tried to conquer anything else? They're just fucking milling around this old house.
Yeah, they want that book.
They need that book, dude.
Yeah.
The little fairies, I will say though, those fairies who just like fucking screech, I thought those were really cool.
Yeah, I really like the idea of those, so they're just like completely distorting your perception of time and kind of just like leaving you in a trance.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one thing relating to those fairies actually, and mostly just with the like the garden area that the guy was on. I'm not like 100% sold on this from the books because again it's been a while since I read them, but I remember from the books when the guy that was sent to that area, the fucking original Spiderwick or whatever.
Yeah, Spiderwick crime.
Yeah, exactly. He came back to like help them or something with the big bad guy, and then he fucking turned to fucking dust because his like all the age caught up to him, and he just like basically vaporized. But in the movie, his daughter just turns back to a child and just goes
Why
live
the
a
fuck
happily
did she
ever
turn
after
into a
land.
child? By the way,
Yeah,
Is she still mentally 80 as well?
probably.
I guess. Yeah, it doesn't really make any sense, or they don't explain that. I guess it's just like, we want a happy ending for him, There's too much violence in this movie.
Yeah, the moment she said, "Let me come with you," I fucking yelled at the screen, I swear to God, if she turns into a child. And Dylan looked at me and was like, well, why would that happen? That doesn't make any sense.
did.
And sure enough!
And sure enough.
Yeah. The
What a
big
shitty
bad
ending.
just getting eaten as he turned into a bird was pretty fucking goofy for me as well. I was like, that's really
I thought it was
anticlimactic.
funny. I liked that part.
That
That
was
was
the-
a little silly, but for like the big bad guy getting taken out in such a comedic way is like, I don't know, it didn't really fit the theme of the movie a ton for me. It felt kind of out of place.
That was
I was
the
like,
only...
that's really anticlimactic.
That was the only thing about the movie that I remembered at all. But like Jackson, they build it up so much. Like literally all
He
that
eats
little
birds.
fucking pig dude is doing the whole movie is going around eating birds. And like we see the bad guy turn to a bird a couple of times. So like
I don't fucking care. It's not going to change the fact that I still thought it was goofy. Like I know
it
all
is
of this-
goofy, but I don't think it comes out of nowhere. I feel like they build up
Regardless.
to it fairly well.
I still think it's an anticlimactic way of ending all.
Yeah.
I think it would be cool if they like use some knowledge from the book or something to like cast a spell or like make some concoction specifically that can take him down. I think that would have been a better way of doing it, But that's just me.
But then Hogstein never gets his comeuppance.
Who fucking cares? You're just some comic relief character.
I liked him.
You only liked him because he's voiced by Joe Rogan.
Yeah, yeah, that's totally true, of course. What are the odds I saw 2 movies with Robin Williams and 2 movies with Seth Rogen in them this week?
100%.
Oh.
Yeah, Seth Rogen was a background character in Good Will Hunting.
Yeah. Speaking of which, guys, do we have any final thoughts on Spiderwick Chronicles at all?
No, I think it's a fun little fantasy romp, and I kind of like that they do take this more violent approach, even though it's like ostensibly a children's film.
Yeah. Well, what about you, Jackson? Is that about everything for you?
Oh gosh, I thought this movie was pretty goofy overall. The motivations for a lot of the characters' actions kind of seemed mostly for like driving the plot rather than being like rational choices. Wasn't a huge fan of it overall.
Not a huge
so yeah,
fan.
I guess I'll kick off the rankings here with a C minus. I think a below average film, slightly below average.
Okay. I think the most direct comparison this one has is to Bridge to Terabithia, and I like this one more, so I'm giving it one spot above it at a B+.
Plus, there we go. That's actually my direct comparison as well. I think it's about the same tier of movie as Bridge to Terabithia, to be completely honest with you. And I rate that one a C minus.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you guys. I definitely place it about Bridge to Terabithia level. Yeah, I'll just rank it as the same thing I ranked that. C tier.
C tier. Alright, and
Okay.
Dylan rated it a B tier, which puts it at a B minus overall.
Okay.
And
Which
since...
also puts it at the same tier as Bridge to Terabithia.
There you go.
That's crazy.